But that was mainly if when I was using, okay, if I had the M4, I'd just run with the M4 out. There's no reason not to. But if I was using something like an AK, then I would and I'd grab a target and I was rushing to the target area, I'd pull out the pistol because you could get a few shots off, but you're you're running full speed. That's the key, and you can still defend yourself a little bit, but only do that. That's really only when I do that if you have something like an AK. If you have like a G36, you might you're gonna be running slow. If you need to catch up to your teammates, it might be good to pull out that pistol and run a little bit. That is a good tip though to people. And then also, really quickly, they also said it's better to crouch. Pretty much, it's better to move silently than to run like I always do, because I always run. Number one, if you're watching me in these videos, I'm really not paying attention. Number two, yeah, actually I do move silently when I'm playing like really serious. That's usually what I almost always do, almost. But usually in regular games, I just run because there really isn't a whole lot of skill on levels on here. A lot of people they don't even listen to footsteps, or they don't even have surround sound, so it's not much of a problem. Let's see here. Number 14. Ferret, does your mouse use a ball on the bottom of it to move around, or a laser? Which one do you think is better? Okay, well, I use the laser. Which one do you think is better for playing a game like Soldier Front? I think I like using a laser mouse because it's easier to move the camera around, but I still have to use a mouse with a ball instead. Okay, well, I really don't know much about mice, whatever you call them. My dad got this long ago, so I don't know how expensive it is. I think it's a kind of cheapish mouse, but it really gets the job done. I like it. It's lightweight. I prefer the laser mouse because it's lightweight. It's a lot lighter. So, and I'm the type of person that I like, moving around. It's more precise, I guess. If you want to use a high sensitivity, it could be more precise. Or they have optical mouse, I guess. I don't know the difference too much. But for me, the key is it's light and more precise for more precise people. But also, a big problem with the ball mouse is that this game you need to use your mouse to aim, obviously. Now, let me move. I'm the type of person I move my mouse up and down on the mouse pad. Now let me do that real quick for you. Now do you see? It's barely moving the screen. It's mainly moving. Okay, now I'll do it really light. It's almost not moving it at all. Now if you had a ball, whenever you lift up, whenever you take any bit of pressure up and you put it back down, your aim is gonna change because that's the way the ball works. It's just it'll push up against the little rollers inside there and move it around a bit. So I think ball mouse, it's horrible compared to a laser mouse. Horrible for these type of games. Number 15. Harif, do you think it's a good idea to have IP address blockers so that only people in North American IP addresses can play this version of Soldier Front? Well, what I think they should have done when they started was make two separate, entirely different servers. I don't know, maybe your account transferred from one to the other, maybe it didn't. But what they should have done was have one server, North American, not a lot of people are just like, oh, just put one server on the East Coast and one on the West Coast. Well, that would cost a lot more money to do for the company, e.g. And it wouldn't really solve too many problems. I mean, it might reduce some of the ping on East Coast, but that's really nothing much. What they should have done, I think, was have one server for North America, which blocks all the foreign IPs, and then they have one server for the world. If they're going to host the world, which they are hosting the world. That way, North Americans they're relatively close to the server, and they don't get all this high lag or anything. And if you have friends from other countries and everybody else from all the other countries, they could play on the international server. That's what I think they should have done. I wanted to benilli him. But I don't think that's ever going to happen, and I don't really want them to block. I mean, I don't really want them to block it out because I got friends from all over the world now, on this game. It'd be nice to reduce the ping, but who really cares? If you're playing with cool people, who freaking cares, You're having a good time with the people instead of... I mean, the ping's only going to make you so happy. If you want, you can make a clan full of people who don't have high ping, and that will make you happy. So, I guess I say they should not block, block those IPs. That's my vote. Let's see here. Number 16 here, for which is better, M4A1 or FAMAS? They are both lightweight and have same rate of fire. Is FAMAS worth 58k versus M4 22500? Well, if you're looking at it on an economical standpoint, the M4 is better. But I don't really consider that an important point at all, so I'll just compare the guns for themselves. If you had to get one gun to use for all purposes, an all-around gun, the M4A1 is better. It can kill people long range pretty well, and it's pretty good close range. It's one of the top guns in the game. FAMAS, it's mainly a support weapon. It's really fun to use, but if you're just looking for an all-around gun, go for the M4. That is the better gun. And there's a guy somewhere, and I really don't want to lose to him, so let's see what we got here. Where are you? He is in truck. I usually don't even read that stuff. Oh, nice. That dang 30 ping. He's lagging. He's got 30 ping. 30 pings are super laggers. No, they're not. You're just experiencing your own lag. That's what I did there. Alright. I hate that argument. That's just the stupidest thing I ever heard. Oh, wow. Kind of flied through this. I don't know how long I've been on here, but... Oh, maybe I think... Wow, how long have I been on talking? Whatever. Anyway. 17, next question. How do you get the size of your grenades, flash, smoke, crosshair smaller? And before thanks. I really don't know what you're talking about from experience, but I'm assuming that my assumption is that you're looking at my screen and you're seeing that they're smaller than yours, and you're probably running on a larger screen. I run on 800 by 600. So, that should probably shrink my crosshairs down, I'm guessing. I don't know, though. It might... In theory, it would make them bigger, but it might actually shrink them down. I don't know. It really doesn't matter, though. I don't think... as long as you have crosshairs there, then you know exactly where the center of your screen is. I don't have nades on this account right now, but... all you need to know is where the enemy is horizontally, and then aim vertical, adjust your vertical aim accordingly. But my guess is just lower that screen size. Okay, number 18, last question. Okay, yeah, they're again asking about the EXP system, and I don't really, it's kind of long. I'll just kind of make it brief. Yeah, I don't really know, as I said before. Sorry about that. I will kind of look into it, because that's something I've been interested in, but it really didn't matter to me. I'd only look it up if I was really bored. But now I'll look into it. Also, how often do you usually get SP recharges? Because it seems like it's never filling up, and I've played a lot of games. Thanks so much. You really good answers. Kinds of average good questions. Thanks so much. How often do I get it? It takes a while. Believe me, it takes a long time. I have actually... One day, I was at my mom's house, and she's got a horrible computer out there. I mean, it's absolutely horrible. Benilli time. Aw. And all I did was play, like, Soldier Front. I mean, like, that's all I did when I was there. It was really crappy weather out. You know, I'm out in the country. Uh, Nobody was really around to hang out with. That's all I did, and I think I got my SP recharge within 24 hours. And trust me, that took a lot of playing. You really shouldn't do that, but that's what I've done. Just just play a lot. I don't really know exactly how many games it takes, but it does take a long time.